Every day in Battersea Park, Go Ape is open to the treetop adventurers. As the e-village is just beside Go Ape, it was the ideal location to catch up with Julia Pally, Formula E's sustainability manager, who's in charge of reducing the footprint of the championship. All we had to do was climb up into the trees to find out a little bit more about Julia's role.
We are trying not to have a negative impact on the environment and people on the planet, and also to impact positively. So this is what we call the legacy program. So the legacy is having some foundation partners, also local charity, which is Street Game for London. So the local charity that we have chosen is because we share common values. We aim at having a special attention for children because we want to educate them. UK is one of the, let's say, at the forefront of sustainability in terms of laws and regulation, and I would say that the UK citizens pay special attention. So Battersea Park, especially, is an area where we need to showcase that we are a very sustainable company.
The e-village offered plenty for the fans who came to Battersea Park enjoying the weekend, including numerous activities for young children with live music and games. But special attention is taken to ensure the sustainability of the space.
If we take only food, there are some vegetarian and vegan options. Most of the food is locally and sustainably sourced. There are some organic options, fair trade, and so on. So you have really a wide array of sustainable options in the village. According to Formula E, the future of sustainable transport lies in 5 words. So obviously electric, clean in the sense that it's powered by renewable energy. It's also connected, meaning that we will use all the IT innovations to make sure we improve our behaviors when driving. It's going to be driverless because we are having this support race of our cars next season, and last but not least, it's going to be shared because we think that the future is going to be not everybody having its own individual car, but sharing electric cars.
In the recent Battersea Green Leaders Award in London, the FIA Formula E Championship won the Sustainability Team of the Year and Company of the Year awards. So congratulations to Julia and her crew. Formula E's chosen charity for London was Street Games, and to find out exactly what they do, we spoke to the charity's CEO Jane Ashworth on the Battersea hardcourts close to the e-village.
There are 700 organisations in the Street Games network in England and Ireland, Scotland and Wales, and they each take sport to the doorstep in disadvantaged areas. And they provide the youngsters there with a great sports experience, but also they do other work with them like learning to volunteer, learning to lead, get qualifications, go on trips. It's a life-changing experience to stick close to your Street Games project.
On the Monday before the race weekend, DS Virgin Racing showed their support to Street Games when team principal Alex Ty and driver Sam Bird visited the kids in Roehampton, where Sam was born.
The youngsters that we work with in the Street Games projects, every time they meet somebody who is knowledgeable, famous, has achieved, it's really, really a very good experience. You can't underestimate just how much an impact it has to know that somebody with that credibility cares about you.
Life is tough, to make the right choices at that age can be difficult, and we don't want them to make the wrong choices. Street Games is a way of creating a social experience for them that they're going to enjoy, and honing those kind of skills as well as their footballing skills. And some of these kids were amazing, absolutely amazing. I certainly got a good run around. I used to play a good level of football, but not anymore. Geez, I was rusty.
The modest and multi-talented Englishman was on the books at Wimbledon FC in his youth, but chose motor racing for his career. So what was the message that Sam wanted to get across to the kids?
I'm just a firm believer that if you have a dream, if you have something that you aspire to be, if you work hard enough, you want it badly enough, you can go and achieve it. The only person that's going to stop you achieving it is yourself by not applying yourself. So I just wanted to get that message across.
And did Sam think that that message got through?
I hope so. I definitely think that there were some kids that it definitely got through to. In fact, one of them I've been messaging today on Instagram. Really, really lovely lad. His name's Jake. He's been through a couple of tough patches, I think, in life. He just said, thank you so much for the inspirational talk. It really opened my eyes. He was going to quit his football, but now he's going to stick with it. I think that's really cool. It's nice that giving something back to my local old community where I was born.
One of the many thousands of kids who have benefited from street games is Chemo Stewart, who's now a volunteer. But when he was introduced to the charity, he was unemployed.
At that time, I wasn't working, so just had a lot of free time, really. So street games gave me something to do with all that free time, something active, something productive. So yeah, it helped me a lot to just keep myself occupied on the right path. It also helped me focus on my career goals as well. I'm very interested in sport, so it gave me a chance to just have that narrow vision. It's a great way to make that first contact, because it's very hard to just approach someone on the street and just be like, okay, so what do you do? What do you want to do with yourself? It's not easy, especially people who always have a barrier or like a shield. Sports allows that barrier to come down a bit more. So it gives us the chance to then get in there and understand the person for who they are and what they're good at, and try and help them focus on a career that helps their strong points, which is great.
The Street Games website, which is www.streetgames.org, tells people how they can help us. We need people to do all kinds of things with us. If you fancy running a marathon, if you fancy cycling 1,000 miles, if you fancy running as some people just did from Llandudno to Cardiff, then we can help you do that. We need people to help us to raise money. The other thing we need is people to step up and say, I will help street games, I will help these young people. And it could be that they have skills in mentoring, that they know how to fill in a CV, they know how to fill in a job application form. So that when someone comes to us with a skill set, we can find something that's great for them to do for us. Well, not for us really, it's for the kids, isn't it?